Hey again, 6th grade. This is your math lesson for Friday, April 17th. Lessons 152 and 153, the odds are due today. And then lesson 154 is due on Monday. So let's just look at a few answers. Please have your papers ready for lessons 152 and 153, the odds. And I will give you some answers here. Number 1 is talking about discount. Discount means you're subtracting. You're subtracting 10%. On these, they usually ask what was his discount and discounted bill. So you figure out 10% of 410, which will be your discount, and then you subtract the discount from the price to get his total bill. Number 1, the discount is 41 cents. And the discounted bill is $3.69. Number 3, 7.6 liters. Again, on lesson 151, if it's starting with quarts to liters, look back at lesson 151, quarts to liters. Quarts is English, liters is metric. So you look in the column that says English to metric. If it would say liters to quarts, you would look in the other side, the metric to English. Make sure you're looking in the right column for the numbers there, or you won't get the same answers. All right, number 3 is 7.6 liters. Number 5 is 4.55 meters. Number 7, compound measures, 35 yards, 18 inches. Number 9, this is your graph, your circle graph. So I will give you the information that you should have on your chart, and then I will tell you a little bit what the circle graph should look like. Number 9, A is 80. That's the total number, 80. B, 50%. C, 25%. D, 100%. E is 180 degrees. F is 90 degrees, and G is 360 degrees. Your chart, your circle graph, should be split in half with 50% other, or other 50% in the half. That's an entire half of a circle. Then your other half of the circle should be split in half again, so that you have 2 quarters. And each of those should be 25% with reading and math. 1 reading, 1 math. All right. Lesson 153. Volume of a rectangular solid. Length times width times height. Volume of a rectangular solid, and then make sure you label it correctly. Number 1, the answer, when you go 6 times 3 times 2, is 36 cubic inches. Either have CU inches or inches, IN with a little 3. Cubic inches. Number 3 is asking the same thing. If it says how much plastic is in a block, that is, how much is in something, that is volume. Number 3 is 8 cubic inches. Number 5 is 1.6 ounces. And number 7 is 27 hours, 10 minutes. Number 13, your circle graph. Let's just do that. Your circle graph. The answers for the chart: A is 180. B is 35%. C is 20%, D is 100%, E is 126 degrees, F is 72 degrees, and G is 360 degrees. You should have one acute angle, one 72-degree angle with fiction and 20%. So check that angle with you see how the angles shape up in a circle. Check your angle with your protractor. You should have a 72-degree angle with fiction 20%. You should have a 126-degree angle with biography 35%, and that will leave you with a 162-degree angle, nonfiction 45%. All right, so we're grading on that. Lesson 154 has to do with grids on maps. So you have the map there on top of your page. That's the map of South America. You have a grid. You have that broken off in grid. You have letters at the top and lines on the side. All right? And so in number 1, they're asking you, give the position of Lima. Find Lima and see which block it's in. See which line it is on the top. If it's A, B, C, or D, and then go down to the 1, 2, 3, or 4, whichever block it is, and label it. For example, the city of Bogota, Colombia. Bogota, Colombia. It's up toward the top of the map, to the left. The dot, look where the dot is for the city. Sometimes your names are in one block and your dot is in the other one. Make sure you look, see where the dot is. The dot for Bogota is in B2. Okay, you see that? B, go down to block 2, and there's your dot for Bogota. Half of the word of Bogota is in A1, but the dot is in A2, but the dot is in B2. So give the position for Bogota would be B2. How about Santiago, Chile? Santiago, Chile is down south on the western coast of South America. Santiago is in B all the way down to 6. So your position is B6. And that's what it's talking about, giving the position. Or it says what city is in A3, so you find A, and you go down to 3, and whatever dot is in A3, that's what you write for number 2. Scale of miles, finding the distance between places. So this scale of miles has 1 inch equals 1,700 miles, and they set up a proportion for you and everything. All you have to do is go inches times however many miles the scale is. So you would go inches, you measure a straight line. So if it says find the distance from Georgetown to Santiago, measuring to the nearest inch, you just measure a straight line from Georgetown down to Santiago. What's the closest inch? Okay, so you're going to have a whole inch. So if it's 2 3/4 inches, then 3 inches is your closest inch. And you simply take inches times 1,700 in this case. Watch the scale of miles because that'll change from lesson to lesson. But in this case, that's what the scale of miles is. So you don't, that proportion, you don't really have to worry about that proportion. All right? Just a couple things in review on the board. Looking at this first, you have a bill of $80, a sales tax of 7%. Bill of $80, sales tax of 7%. I want to know how much the sales tax is and then what my total bill is. All right? And this is how you do it. You work this proportion. 80, you can get rid of these zeros. Okay, you don't need that decimal in those 2 zeros if it's just 2 zeros. If it's 5 cents or something, then you need that. But 80 is your bill. That's 100%. Okay, you're adding, so plus 7%, and this is plus whatever the missing number is. And then your total will be over here. You're paying 107%. Okay, total. And this will be the total then. So you'll need the X. X is the sales tax. X is the sales tax. And then you add the sales tax to what you have here, okay, for the total. So let's work it. 80 over 100 equals X over 7. Now one thing you can do with these, if you want to, you can get rid of stuff. You can even reduce it to lowest terms, but let's just get rid of 1 0 on each one. If you have zeros to get rid of, you can reduce it to lowest term. So your proportion is 10x equals 8 times 7. Remember, 8 times 7. What's 8 times 7? 56. Right? I should let that, no, that'll work. All right, divided by 10, divided by 10. 56 divided by 10 does what? What's the decimal here? 5.6. Now we're talking money, so add a 0 there. And that is your sales tax. $5.60. Check my math, sure. Yes, $5.60 is your sales tax. The missing number is your sales tax. All right? Sales tax means you're paying more, so you add sales tax. What is $80 plus $5.60? $80 is $85.60 would be your total then. So you have your sales tax, you add that, this is your total bill, and this, yeah. The missing number is the tax. So you want two answers, $5.60, $85.60. If it says discount, you do the same thing, except you'll be subtracting. You'll have a discount, the missing number is the discount, and your total will be subtracted. So pay attention to whether or not it says sales tax or discount. The volume of a rectangular solid. What is the formula for the volume of a rectangular solid? Length, simply length, width, height. Length times width times height. All right? And you can do that in any order. How about we say that 8 times 5 is 40. 40 times 7 is 280. And what's my label? Make sure you have the correct label here. Volume is always cubed. All right? Cubed. Or the little 3. So 280 cubed inches is the answer for that volume problem. Length times width times height. Okay, a fairly basic formula there for your volume. All right, check those things out a little bit. Thank you.